Buenos dias, estudiantes. Okay, we're on to our secondary objective, being able to talk about our house and our chores and responsibilities. So we've talked about generally our house outside, and today we're learning more. Puedo describir los cuartos en mi casa. So I can describe the rooms in my house. So, for instance, there's a kitchen, there's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, whatever. Now there are 3 main words, and the nice thing is we've used all of these words before. Es. So that's our general descriptor for a house, right? Like, es blanco, es grande. This I word we may not have seen before. It sounds like I, like your eyeball. I, there is or there are. So you could say, for instance, there are 3 bedrooms, or there is 1 bathroom. Okay, so we can use this I word. And it's nice because it doesn't matter if you're talking about one or a bunch. Then the tiene we've used before. We said tiene dos pisos, like it has 2 floors. But we can also use this to say tiene dos baños. It has 2 bathrooms. Okay, so let's do some examples so you can feel more comfortable. So last time we had these questions. ¿Dónde vives? ¿En qué tipo de hogar vives? ¿Cómo es tu hogar? Now, in this secondary objective, we're mostly going off of this last question. What is your house like? ¿Cómo es tu hogar? Literally, how is your house? But it's like, describe your house. So we can start like we did last time. Vivo en una casa. Mi casa es pequeña y azul. Tiene un piso, es de madera. But now to describe our house in greater detail, we're going to talk about what it's like on the inside. So I'm going to use 1 sentence frame, 1 word, tiene. And then I'm going to list all the different rooms it has. Tiene, it has un baño, 2 dormitorios, una cocina y una sala. So if you look, there's the uno y dos dormitorios, un baño, una cocina. This one doesn't have a separate like dining room, so I'm just going to say una cocina y una sala. That's it. Okay. Now, there is a different way you could do this. So our same questions, same beginning part, but instead of saying tiene, you could say I. There is or there are. Hay un baño, 2 dormitorios, una cocina, y una sala. I'm going to add this little part. You don't necessarily have to use it. En mi casa, in my house. So you'd say there is or there are, list the rooms, and in my house. Okay, let's do... Now, there's another question. Let's say you just basically were describing your house. Es azul, tiene un piso. They want to know specifically, ¿cuántos dormitorios hay en tu casa? How many bedrooms are there in your house? You would answer, I, and then dos dormitorios en mi casa. You could just say, I, dos dormitorios. There is, or there are 2 bedrooms. You could add, in my house. Or you could just say, there are 2 bedrooms. Okay. Or if the question, ¿cuántos baños hay en tu casa? How many bathrooms are there in your house? You could say, hay un baño en mi casa. You notice we don't say uno baño. When we're saying one of something, we just leave it at un. When we're counting numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would say uno, dos, tres. So we'd say uno. But just here we'll say un baño. So we'll just use this I again. Okay, here's another house. This one is bigger. It has 2 floors. So let's just review how we would describe this. Here I've underlined our sentence frames. Okay, mi casa, so they say, ¿cómo es tu casa? Well, mi casa es blanco y grande. Es de madera. It's made of wood. Tiene 2 pisos. It has 2 floors. Tiene, we're going to use again, it has 5 dormitorios. So we look, 4 baños, 2 garajes, una cocina, una sala, un comedor, y un cuarto de lavado. So the laundry room back here. And again, we could say instead of tiene, when we get to listing the rooms, we could say I. So I did I listed all the same rooms and added en mi casa. There are all these rooms in my house. Okay, So last slide, just a reminder, our three main words, es, when we're describing our house. Es, hay, and tiene. And you should be good to go. Buena suerte. Good luck.